Welcome to Bills Nation Daily, your ultimate daily dose of everything Buffalo Bills. Hit that subscribe button and join the most passionate Bills fans as we break down all the latest news, highlights, and game analysis. Go Bills! Trevon Diggs has officially become the talk of Buffalo, and if you haven't been paying attention, you're about to witness a frenzy unlike anything this city has seen in years. The way he's been moving on the field, the precision in his tackles, the instincts in reading the quarterback. It's as if the Bills discovered a hidden gem that suddenly decided to shine brighter than anyone ever expected. Rumors have been swirling around the locker room, whispers of teammates calling him the game changer, and coaches nodding in approval every time he steps onto the field. Fans are already creating memes, sharing highlight reels nonstop, and the social media chatter has reached a fever pitch where every Diggs interception is dissected, celebrated, and theorized about in endless threads. Analysts, of course, are jumping on board, breaking down every play with slow-motion clips, trying to figure out how someone so seemingly young can display a mastery of defensive strategy that rivals some of the league's most seasoned veterans. The buzz isn't just local, it's national, a story spreading from Buffalo to New York to Los Angeles, where everyone is suddenly asking the same question: how did Diggs become the new king of the Bills' defense? The excitement is palpable, like a storm that's just on the horizon, ready to erupt in full force. Every time Trevon Diggs touches the field, it feels like a seismic shift in the dynamics of the game. Rumors are flying that opposing quarterbacks are now rewriting their entire game plans just to avoid his zone, anticipating his movements with almost a fearful respect. The locker room is buzzing with energy, and it's said that even veterans who have been part of the team for years can't stop talking about his relentless work ethic and the aura he carries. Fans attending games are reportedly going wild, waving banners and chanting his name, creating an atmosphere that's part celebration, part awe, and entirely electric. There are even reports that rival teams are secretly tracking his stats obsessively, analyzing every interception, every critical tackle, and every strategic play that somehow seems to emerge from nowhere, leaving offensive lines scrambling in disbelief. Sports media outlets have allegedly started running speculative pieces about Diggs' next moves, debating whether he could already be an MVP conversation, and commentators are filling their shows with breakdowns of his most daring plays. The energy is contagious, a whirlwind of admiration, envy, and speculation, where every game becomes not just a match but a stage for Diggs to continue proving that he's not just a player, but an unstoppable force making history with every snap. Talk in Buffalo has escalated to levels that are almost surreal, with fans reportedly camping outside stadiums, local bars hosting watch parties and tribute, and social media exploding with clips of his most impressive plays. There's speculation that the Bills' coaching staff may already be adjusting their defensive strategies around him, creating a system designed to maximize his natural instincts and allow him to dominate every possession. Rumors suggest that even teammates are changing their style of play, trusting Diggs to cover critical zones and making daring moves they otherwise wouldn't attempt, knowing that he has their back. Analysts are allegedly debating whether the defensive renaissance in Buffalo is entirely fueled by Diggs, or if his presence is simply the spark igniting a pre-existing foundation of talent. Online communities have reportedly created ranking systems, comparing his performances week by week, analyzing his angles, his timing, his reading of plays, and even his body language, all contributing to this narrative of him as the new face of Bills' dominance. The sheer volume of attention, the intensity of speculation, and the growing mythos around his abilities are painting Trevon Diggs not just as a player, but as a cultural phenomenon, a name that transcends statistics and enters the territory of legends, where every rumor, every whisper, and every fan theory amplifies the sense that something monumental is happening right before our eyes. There are whispers, too, that rival teams are adjusting their drafts and free agent strategies in response to Diggs' dominance, scrambling to find defensive players who can match even a fraction of his intuition and aggression. In Buffalo, the city's energy is reportedly electric, as if every street corner, every cafe, Every local news outlet is suddenly invested in tracking his every move. Stories circulate about fans claiming to have seen him at training sessions, analyzing his techniques, noting the exact moment he tilts his head before making a decisive play, as if trying to uncover a secret formula. Coaches are allegedly being asked in press conferences about Diggs' role in shaping the team's future, carefully phrasing answers that neither confirm nor deny the hype, fueling speculation even further. Sports journalists are reportedly drafting think pieces about the Diggs effect, exploring how one player can seemingly alter the trajectory of an entire team and influence league-wide defensive strategies. Social media metrics suggest that his presence alone has increased engagement, ticket sales, and merchandise demand exponentially, adding a commercial layer to the legend that continues to build around him. The buzz isn't just hype. It's a palpable shift, a cultural and athletic phenomenon, where Trevon Diggs is not merely playing football, but is actively shaping the narrative of what it means to be a dominant defensive force in the modern NFL. Fans are allegedly creating elaborate campaigns online, sharing GIFs, memes, and deep dives in his gameplay, each post amplifying the aura that surrounds him. The narrative being built around Diggs is reportedly one of almost mythological proportions, where each interception, each strategic read, and each tackle becomes a story told and retold across social media and fan forums. Speculation has even surfaced about his influence on the team's locker room dynamics, with some insiders suggesting that his presence has inspired other players to elevate their game, creating a domino effect of heightened performance throughout the squad. Sports analysts are allegedly drawing comparisons to legendary defensive players, discussing whether Diggs' instincts, timing, and adaptability could place him among the greats historically. Rumors circulate that opposing coaches are privately acknowledging his talent while trying desperately to devise counter-strategies, demonstrating the real impact of his rise. The chatter continues, fueled by a combination of awe, excitement, and genuine fear of what Diggs could do next. Every game becomes a high-stakes theater, a stage where narratives are written in real time, and the rumors swirling around him keep fans, analysts, and rivals on edge, all eagerly waiting to see what the next performance will reveal about the future of the Bills' defensive supremacy under his influence. The legend of Trevon Diggs in Buffalo is allegedly growing beyond what anyone anticipated, creating a situation where speculation has become almost as significant as actual performance. Fans reportedly track his stats obsessively, analyzing trends, and building elaborate predictions about his next big play, further fueling the buzz that seems to grow with every game. Sports media outlets are allegedly dedicating entire segments to him, dissecting minute details of his play style, body mechanics, and instinctual decisions, framing him as not just a player, but as a symbol of the Bills' resurgence. Rumors suggest that some teammates feel inspired, claiming that Diggs' energy and dedication have changed the team culture, fostering an environment where everyone feels the need to elevate their performance. Analysts are reportedly debating the magnitude of his influence, questioning whether the Bills' defensive strategy now revolves primarily around his abilities and if this could redefine the team's approach for seasons to come. Social media metrics reportedly indicate a spike in engagement anytime Diggs is mentioned, turning him into a viral phenomenon whose reach transcends the confines of Buffalo. The excitement, speculation, and adulation are converging into a single narrative. Trevon Diggs isn't just excelling. He's reshaping the perception of what it means to be a superstar in the NFL, leaving fans, analysts, and rivals all waiting for the next chapter in this unfolding story. The speculation around Trevon Diggs seems to grow by the hour, with insiders allegedly reporting that even veteran players on opposing teams are studying film obsessively just to anticipate his next move. Every interception, every perfectly timed tackle, every uncanny read is fueling whispers that he's not just talented, but operates on a level that seems almost preternatural, the kind of instinctual brilliance that can change the outcome of a season. Fans reportedly discuss him in forums as if he's already a legend, debating which plays are the most iconic, which strategies reveal his hidden genius, and even theorizing about how his presence alters team dynamics in ways that go far beyond the statistics. Social media platforms are reportedly exploding with clips, breakdowns, and fan-made compilations, each one amplifying the mythology surrounding Diggs and turning every single performance into an event. Analysts allegedly speculate about whether the Bills' coaching staff is now designing their entire defensive system around him, creating schemes that allow his natural instincts to shine and putting him in positions where his impact is maximized. The rumors continue, fed by every highlight, every play-by-play reaction, every whispered conversation among fans, creating a narrative that Trevon Diggs is no longer just a player, but the focal point of the movement, a tidal wave of talent and hype that seems unstoppable and destined to define an era in Buffalo football. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. There's talk circulating, allegedly, that Trevon Diggs' influence stretches far beyond the gridiron, with reports claiming that local businesses and fan communities are capitalizing on his rise, turning every game into a celebration of his prowess. Merchandise supposedly flies off the shelves faster than any previous player in the franchise, with jerseys, hats, and posters saturating social media feeds. Fans reportedly flock to games not just to support the Bills, but to witness Diggs in action, creating an atmosphere of almost religious reverence as he makes play after play that seems impossible. Analysts, too, are caught in the whirlwind of speculation, suggesting that his instincts, speed, and ability to read offenses might make him a transformational figure, capable of redefining defensive strategies across the league. Rumors claim that rival teams are adjusting their entire offensive playbooks, trying to develop countermeasures against a player who seems to anticipate every decision before it happens. Every media outlet allegedly jumps at the chance to highlight his latest performance, fueling the fire of conversation and hype. The energy surrounding Diggs reportedly continues to build unchecked, forming a narrative of a phenomenon whose talent, charisma, and sheer presence are shifting the cultural and athletic landscape, making every moment on the field feel like history in the making. Speculation has allegedly reached a fever pitch, with insiders suggesting that Trevon Diggs' work ethic is as remarkable as his on-field talent, creating a story that fans can't stop dissecting. Stories circulate about his late-night training sessions, the hours spent studying film, and the meticulous attention to detail that supposedly allows him to anticipate plays with almost clairvoyant precision. Rumors indicate that this dedication has influenced teammates to elevate their own game, creating a ripple effect throughout the Bills roster and reshaping the team's competitive mindset. Analysts reportedly argue that Diggs isn't just performing at an elite level. He's actively redefining what it means to be a defensive superstar, setting a standard that others must measure themselves against. The social media buzz allegedly shows no signs of slowing down, with every highlight clip, every interception, and every celebrated tackle generating waves of discussion, memes, and viral content. Fans are reportedly debating which aspects of his game are the most impactful, from his anticipation to his timing to his ability to pressure quarterbacks into mistakes. The narrative surrounding Trevon Diggs allegedly merges reality and mythology, creating an aura of unstoppable talent and relentless ambition that seems to envelop every game, every highlight, and every conversation about the Bills' evolving dominance in ways that continue to captivate, excite, and astonish everyone who follows him. Buffalo reportedly hasn't seen a phenomenon quite like Trevon Diggs in decades, with rumors suggesting that his presence has shifted the cultural and athletic heartbeat of the city itself. Every game is described as a spectacle, where fans allegedly arrive hours early to secure prime spots and experience firsthand the energy that Diggs generates. Analysts allegedly claim that his instincts, timing, and versatility make him one of the most disruptive forces in the NFL, capable of altering the strategies of entire teams with a single decisive move. Rumors suggest that coaches on both sides of the ball are dedicating extra time to prepare for him, understanding that underestimating Diggs can lead to catastrophic results. The buzz isn't just about statistics. It's about the way he moves, anticipates, and executes plays with a precision that seems almost choreographed. Fans reportedly dissect his every action, from the tilt of his head to his footwork, creating elaborate discussions and comparisons across forums and social media platforms. The legend allegedly grows with every snap, every interception, every moment of brilliance, turning Trayvon Diggs into more than a player. He becomes a symbol, a narrative, a force of nature whose influence spreads far beyond Buffalo, reshaping perceptions, expectations, and the very fabric of what it means to dominate in professional football. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.